Hello amazing people, my name is Chenemi and you're welcome to my channel. In today's video I'll be teaching you how to draft this bustier blouse with Asoke and extended hip. Now a lot of people think this dress is an A-line dress, so they do not bother about drafting the bustier, or they just go ahead and sew it as an A-line dress. But if you want to get the right result, you have to draft this dress the right way. Before we get started, I'd like you to like, share and subscribe to my channel. Turn on your notification button so you get notified each time I post a new video. Now let's get started. Now go ahead and fold your fabric into two like you have seen me done. And for this dress I'll be working with a half length of 16 inches. So right there I marked 17 inches, right there 1 inch for my sewing allowance. Right now I'm marking the shoulder line, which is 1 inch straight, and then I'm placing the shoulder at 7 inches, and then the armhole depth is 8 inches. So I'm marking it right there. So I'm marking 7 inches right now for the shoulder also, and I'll connect it to meet the armhole depth, just like you see me do. So go ahead and mark your shoulder to under bust. My client's shoulder to under bust is 14 inches, so I'm marking it right there at 14 inches. So place your tape at the 14 inches and count 4 inches upwards. That's your bust point. So 4 inches upward is 10 inches, and I went ahead to mark 1 inch up and 1 inch downwards. That makes it 2 inches. So right there the bust point is 10 inches, shoulder to under bust is 14 inches, while the half length is. So on the armhole I'm going to divide the armhole by 2. 8 divided by 2 will give me 4, so I marked it right there. So right there I'm about to mark the bust span. To get your bust span, divide your bust measurement by 8 and then minus 1 inch, and then place the measurement right there. So you minus 1 inch from your bust span and then you put it for your under bust measurement. Then go ahead and connect from your bust point to your under bust down to your half length, just like so. Go ahead and connect your bust point to meet the center of your armhole. Go ahead and mark 2 inches on your under bust and then on your half length. That will be your dart. You'll be eliminating that part. That's for the bust tightening. Then go ahead and mark a curve to meet the center of your armhole. Then mark 1 inch downwards and then half inch upwards. Then connect to meet the 1 inch and also connect to meet the half inch that you have marked. This is me just trying to curve the line to make it look fine. Then go up by 1 inch and then connect to meet your armhole depth. For the neckline, go ahead and mark 3 inches wide and then 4.5 inches deep. The neck is not so wide and it's not so deep, so 4.5 inches is just okay. So go ahead and connect round your neckline and then mark half inch on the shoulder line for your shoulder slope. So right now what you want to do here is to divide your bust measurement by 4 and then add extra 4 inches. Just place the measurement right there and then mark it. So on the under bust area, I went ahead to put our under bust measurement divided by 4, which is 8 inches. Then I went ahead and replaced this 2 inches right there and then add 2 inches for sewing allowance. You have to replace that 2 inches you'll be cutting out so that you don't get your measurements mixed up while sewing your dress. So go ahead and cut it out like you see me doing. Also cut out the neckline like so. Yes, this part you see me cutting right there is the under bust dart. I'm cutting it out like so, and before now I had replaced it by 2 inches after putting my under bust measurement. I had replaced that 2 inches before putting my necessary allowances. So I'll go ahead and cut the other parts like so. Just look carefully to see the lines with which I'm cutting through. So here I'm eliminating the armhole darts. Yes, I've cut out that part. It's 1.5 inches. And I've gone ahead to cut it out. So I'll go ahead and notch the bust point like so, and I'll also notch it on the center front. Also notch your shoulder to your under bust like so. So this is your bust point for the center front, your under bust for the center front, and then your bust point for the side fronts. So after cutting, your pattern should look just like this. You can see that cup is already cupping even without you sewing it. Yes. For the back pattern, go ahead and fold your fabric into 2. Go ahead and mark your finish line, and I'm going to go ahead and mark my half cut. For the back pattern is 16 inches, but for the front it was 17 inches. So at 16 inches, mark your half cut, and then mark your shoulder measurement divided by 2 plus 1.5 inch for zip allowance. 1.5 inches for zipper allowance. So go ahead and mark it right there. So I'll go ahead and mark my armhole depth at 8 inches, just like I did for the front. And then at 8.5 inches, I'll go ahead and mark my shoulder for the back. That's because 1.5 inches is for zipper allowance. So on the back pattern, I'll go ahead and mark my neck width at 4.5 inches, 3 inches for my neck width, and 1.5 inches for my zipper allowance. So at the middle there, I marked 4 inches for the center or the middle of the armhole, and then I went ahead to mark 1.5 inches out, which is my zipper allowance. I'll connect it straight downward like so, and then from that point where I marked the 1.5 inches, I'll put my bust measurement divided by 4, and then on the under bust I'll put my under bust measurement divided by 4 there, and then I'll plus 2 inches for seam allowance. So I'll go ahead and cut it out just like you see me doing, like so. So go ahead and cut it out. So I'm cutting right there the neckline, and then the shoulder slant at 1/2 inch, and then the side of the seam, and then round my armhole just like you see me do. Just go ahead and do your own the same. So I'll go ahead and eliminate 1/2 inch from the zipper allowance. I'll cut it out like so. That's because I do not want the back of the zipper to bulge. At the end of the day, I'll be teaching you how to ensure that your zipper does not fold also. So this is the back pattern of our blouse. So for the down of our blouse, which will have the extended hip, go ahead and mark out 16 inches, which is your half cut. Eliminate 16 inches out of your blouse length, and then go ahead and place the blouse length at 37 inches. So I eliminated 16 inches, which is the half cut, and then the length of my blouse is 37 inches. So I left 1.5 inch there for folding in allowance. So right now I'm marking my under bust measurement at 8 inches plus 2 inches allowance. So right now I'm going to be marking my hip line at 8 inches. So I'll go up 7 inch, I'll come down 9 inch. So my hip line is between 7, 8 and 9 inch. So I'll go ahead and place my hip measurement, which is 10 inches, and then I'll add extra 3 inches. That's for the hip extension. So I'll go ahead and connect from the waistline to meet the hip line and then the hem of the dress. So I'm just trying to cross check to make sure my hip measurement is 10 and then the extension is 3 inches. So along this line, like you see me doing, I'll go ahead and mark 15 inches downwards, and then I'll connect with a straight line. I'm just trying to blend the sides. Go ahead and measure what I have there at my hip. What I have there is 14 inches, so I'll take out 1 inch from it, and then I'll mark it on that line, on that 15 inches line, and connect downwards like so. So go ahead and cut it out like you see me doing, like so. To cut the back part, you take the front pattern and then place it on your fabric like so. You cut almost the same length. The difference between the front and the back is that the back has a zipper allowance of around 1.5 inches. So mark 1.5 inches on that part like you see me doing so, and then every other thing you cut will be the same. So just go ahead and cut it out. The same thing with the front, just adding 1.5 inches as zipper allowance for the down part of the blouse. So once that is done, you go ahead and flip it over and then open the side slit. Now do not forget to open the center front. I forgot to do mine. I actually did it later, but open it up because the front also has a slit, the back also has a zipper allowance. So open for your sleeve. Go ahead and fold your fabric into 2 and then mark 8 inches, then draw a line across it and then go down by 4 inches like so, and then connect also. Then put your sleeve round measurement. Hers is 14 inches divided by 2 is 7, then plus 2 inches extra allowance, and then connect to meet the top of the sleeve. So go ahead and put your sleeve round is also 7 inches plus 2 inches seam allowance, and then connect it just like you see me doing. And the sleeve is actually a very short sleeve, and it also has an Asoke extension on it. So go ahead and mark it and cut it out like so. Go ahead and cut all my lining appropriately, and then in my next video I'll be showing you how to sew this dress. Like, share and subscribe to my channel. Turn on your notification button so you get notified each time I post a new video. See you in my next video on how to sew this dress. Bye.